More than half of all small businesses that are started fail. In fact, in Australia, in the first year alone, 20% of small businesses end up shutting down, and within the first 5 years, that figure grows to 60%. Yet I genuinely believe 2024 is one of the best times to start a small business. Yet why do we have this great time to run a business combined with this high failure rate? Let me explore. I think the first and the most important reason why businesses fail is people fail to plan when they start a business. They come up with this idea, they maybe see a gap in the market, or they find something they really love, they want to monetize it, and they go ahead and they start the business without any real long-term plan on how this business is going to succeed, how it's going to fit in with their lifestyle. I don't think it's necessary to have a 100-page business plan that's well thought out in every single aspect of your business, but you want to at least know who is your target market and how do you best serve their problems. Do you have a unique solution that there isn't on the market? How can you fix their problems in a way that no one else can? This is the goal of a business, is to fix problems for other people. So if you aren't thinking about this from day one, you don't have a plan on how you're going to fix problems, then the chances are your solution isn't going to be profitable. One of the key things you need to ask yourself is, what is a successful business to you? What is it that you want to draw out of this business to deem it as a success? And that is one of the other key areas why a lot of businesses fail, is because they might actually be a success on paper. They might make a profit, but that profit might not line up with what the owner wants to generate from it. There's no point saying your business is a success making $200,000 a year if you live a lifestyle that requires you to make $500,000. You might deem it as a failure, someone else might see a success, but at the end of the day, if you're the business owner, you're the one that needs to determine, is it actually success for me? And that is one of the things that when you're planning your business, you need to understand, how much do I need to draw down from this business to run my own lifestyle or for me to deem a success? And does this industry that I'm operating in, does this business plan I'm coming up with actually allow me to meet that number? There are going to be certain types of businesses that are going to cap out on how much you can earn, especially if you're in an industry where the rates that you're charging for your services or your products are dictated by the market really strongly. You might be in an industry where the general charge rate is $100 and there's not really much you can do because that might be set by a government contract, for instance. Well, you can't go and start charging $250 now if everyone else has to charge $100. You might be locked into that price, and therefore you need to do those calculations before you start the business to work out, can I actually generate the profits I need from this business? The third one is, are you in a business that can grow? There is no point being in an industry that is dying because you could potentially be doing everything right and yet your business is still shrinking through no fault of your own. You need to understand, are you in a business that can actually expand? Now, if you're saying, well, I need to generate $100,000 of profits, at the moment I'm only generating $80,000, does your business actually have the ability to grow to the $100,000? I think this is why a lot of businesses shut down, is people work for 5 years and then they look back and go, oh, we've had little to no growth over that time. We've been putting in all these hours, putting in this extra time that's taking us away from our families or taking us away from social activities, and we haven't got much to show for it. All they've done is build up a business that's just kind of maintained steady. They might have picked up some new customers or clients along the way, but they've lost some along the way as well, and therefore their net result is they're not really growing. So you want to have an understanding of what's your current benchmark, what would you like to get to, and is that actually possible with the current business model you are maintaining? Something you can do if you're serious about growing your business is to go and join my free newsletter that's in the description to this video. I'm putting out business tips, tax tips every single week because I want to help as many people as possible start businesses and grow them to the point where they deem them a great success. Something you can ask yourself if your business is failing to grow is, do you have a business or do you just have a glorified job? Have you just created a job for yourself? Quite often in the early stages of starting a business, it is going to be a bit like a job, but you're just working for yourself instead of for someone else. But over time, are you trying to transition out of that and turn it into a proper business? And the way I kind of describe a business is, if you remove yourself, could the business still operate and could it still turn a profit? If the answer to those questions is no, then really all you have for yourself is just a job. It just means you've got a boss and you're your own boss. But maybe that's not really what you went into business for. Maybe you went into business because you wanted to grow something bigger than yourself, or you wanted to grow something where you could take time off and it would still operate without you. This is something I'm still maintaining within my own business, of trying to work out, how can I continue to grow in a way that's sustainable, where I can grow beyond just me as a person, so that I can have a business where people can operate, people can follow systems, and I can generate profits without necessarily having to come from my direct work. This isn't going to happen on day one of starting your business. But if you come all the way back to what I talked about at the start of this video about having a plan, you should have a plan in place from day one of what you would need to achieve to be able to get to the stage where you can say, I have a business, not a glorified job. Now, if you are still in those early stages, maybe you haven't even come up with your business idea yet, in this upcoming video, I talk about side hustles and talk about 5 particular side hustles that I think are genuinely viable in 2024. I'd love to see you over there.